Hello, welcome back to Alex React. I'll start by saying I can't believe you didn't tell me that Home Free covered The Gambler by Kenny Rogers. I actually was looking up the song with Avi Kaplan from the Pentatonics, Ring of Fire, and it showed up in suggestions, and I was like, seriously? No, I'm doing this one first. So, without further ado, Home Free, The Gambler.
On a warm summer's eve, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with the gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns of staring out the window at the darkness till boredom overtook us and he began to speak. He said, "Son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of aces. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light. And the night got deathly quiet and his face lost all expression. Said, "If you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right."
Pause. Oh man, I love this song. I know this song by heart, I'm sure you can tell. But they're doing a little bit of a twist to it. It's kind of a little bit more modern with the beatboxing coming from Adam here. And this is the first time I heard Adam Chance sing a little bit more than just background. Rob's voice is so good for this one. Tim also not going all the way down. And these little twists and that beat that came in that sounded like it's Hawaiian instead of country, but all of it just fits just right. I love it so far.
Said, "If you're gonna play the
Although I could
game,
be
boy,
partial.
you gotta learn to play it right. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done." Every gambler knows that the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away and knowing what to keep. 'Cause every hand's a
Nice.
winner and every hand's a loser.
Woo!
And the best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. And when he finished speaking, he turned back toward the window, crushed out his cigarette and faded off to sleep. And somewhere in the darkness, the gambler he broke even. And in his final words, I found an
Ace that I could keep.
You got to know when to hold 'em. Know
I had to sing it, I'm sorry.
Know when to walk away and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting, but when the dealing's done, you
This is such a dad song, kind of. I mean, this advice and everything. And I know that it's also a sad song. Of course, I know the song by heart. But you just cannot not sing along and jump along because the music is so good. And all these little thrills and runs that they're adding to it. And uh, this entire kind of orchestra of voices. It's just, I don't know, it just makes me smile.
got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting.
Whoa, Tim.
When the dealing's done, you got to know
Bravo.
when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em,
I love his acting. Adam Chance, like he's really into the lyrics.
Time enough for counting when the dealing's
Mm.
done.
Oh, I wish it never ended. Like literally never. Um, okay, I think it's clear. I really, really, really love this song. I think it's also clear that this was the nicest way to show Mr. Kenny Rogers how much they appreciate his music because they didn't change it too much. They just gave it a little bit of a boost and a little bit of joy. And again, I know the song is not a happy song. This is basically this is the last, deathbed piece of advice one gambler gives to another. But they crushed it. They were wonderful. Their acting also, they're all very serious about playing this poker game. Um, Rob, Adam Chance, and Tim. Um, all three of them, I heard them sing. I mean, I heard Rob sing before and I heard Tim sing before, but not like this. This was, this time I could listen just to their voice. They were not just at the front, they were kind of, Tim wasn't singing all the basses and all the deep voices in there, and Adam is finally singing. I can finally hear his voice, and it's very pleasant. And there's one more thing that's very important about them. Like, Kenny Rogers had a very, very pleasant voice. It wasn't so much about how good it is. It was more about just making you feel good with the calmness of his voice. He would give you goosebumps just by being extremely pleasant. I think that's the best way to describe it. Yes, he could sing. Of course he could sing. But it's this feeling where you're like at home when you're listening to him. And Rob and Tim and Adam all also have such pleasant voices, so sweet to listen to. Um, the other Adam, the beatboxing, he played around a little bit, and I love that. He played around a little bit more actually, and I love that. And this is the first time that Austin was kind of in the background. Yes, there are highs showing up and so on, but he's not the main singer, at least the first time for me. Um, I loved it. I loved everything about it. I loved Adam Chance's acting and seriousness, following the lyrics and, those gestures he was making. My apologies. And most of all, I loved Rob's way of interpreting this song and Tim's little sneaking past us those little deep bass notes so that you don't really think about him. You don't think about them, you just feel them in the song. I loved it, I loved it, I loved it. There you go. Loved it. Hope you will too. And if you haven't heard the song, Lord, you have to hear the original. It's amazing. And see the video. Kenny is also very serious in that video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and have a great rest of your day. Listen to the advice too.